Good morning. This is Dr. Michael Datcher, and welcome to the 445 Productive Through Joy show. The show airs each weekday morning, hella early AF at 4:45 a.m. and goes until about 5, a little earlier than 5, here on YouTube's Michael Datcher channel. Then 4:45 p.m. On Facebook Live. Today we're talking about greatness. I love this topic. Greatness and productivity. What is the connection between having a greatness mindset and productivity? Right? If you're new to the show, you can go to productivethroughjoy.com. See about us. We speak to groups, schools, and organizations about being productive through joy. We also offer live one-on-one productive through joy consulting and coaching for individuals looking to elevate a level of greatness, to upgrade their game, their productivity game to the next level. All right, so go to productivethroughjoy.com. All right, let's now dive into the topic. So, once again, this is your host and your boy, Dr. Michael Datcher. A bit about myself before we move forward. For those who are new, I am the author of the New York Times bestseller Raising Fences, which was a Today Show Book of the Month pick. That book's film rights were optioned by the actor Will Smith, whose people called My People, and I eventually agreed to write the screenplay for that particular project. I'm also the author of the acclaimed historical novel Americus, which is set 13 miles from Ferguson, where Michael Brown, of course, was murdered. That book interrogates the intersection between race and violence in America. I'm also the author of. I'm also the current board president of the World Stage Literary and Jazz nonprofit in the Crenshaw District in Leimert Park, 501c3, powerful nonprofit. 7 days of program, just extraordinary place. Go to theworldstage.org to learn more about that organization, that great nonprofit. My educational background is UC Berkeley as an undergraduate. My master's is from UCLA, and my PhD in English literature is from the University of California at Riverside. I'm currently a professor of English literature at Loyola Marymount University here in Los Angeles. I'm an expert at being productive, right? I don't say that to brag or boast, but people are oftentimes surprised at my level of productivity given how crazy my particular narrative has been. I'm the product of a young girl who was raped at 16, gave birth to me at 17, and subsequently gave me up for adoption to an amazing single divorcee. So at the time, no biological father, no adopted father. Listen, difficult times for the young MD. Yet, as Kool Modi famously said, how you like me now, right? And if I can be this productive through joy, so can many of us who are watching this show. And in many ways that inspires the business, it inspires our show. We're interested in helping, especially helping people help themselves who come from a difficulty, a situation where others would have fallen if it were not for some internal power that allowed them to move forward. And so we know that particular struggle, so we have a special desire to help people who come from that particular paradigm. All right, so welcome to the show. Again, you can go to productivethroughjoy.com to learn more about us. So let's start. So today's show, we're talking once again about greatness and productivity. And before we dive fully into that topic, we also in the morning show like to touch into and tap into the idea of framing your day before your day has a chance to frame you. At times we wake up with trouble on our mind, as I was sharing a while ago, and more recently, that certainly has been my situation. Just serious things happening in the life of Michael Datcher for sure. And so, no, it is true. Once you are, you have more responsibilities, more money, more problems. That's actually a thing. And so, at times you wake up, you're in court, you're dealing with legal issues, your family situation, you're balancing family and business and all the things that you do. You'll wake up from time to time, especially as an entrepreneur, with things on your mind. And so we help entrepreneurs in particular deal with the extra stress that comes with having your own business. Okay, so we engage in this process via the process of ritual. Ritual can be defined as essentially doing the same thing at around the same time. And so we help individuals construct a morning ritual. Let me just give you a brief rundown of my morning ritual to serve as an exemplar. So in the mornings I wake up at 3:30 a.m. I read a couple of spiritual or business books. I do our show right now at 4:45 a.m. At 5 I work on my current book until sunrise, my current novel. At sunrise I go to the beach, meditate, pray, and do yoga. So I live here along the coast in Venice Beach, California. I wake up, I walk out rather, I bring my drums, I go meditate, pray, do yoga, come back, work on my current book a while longer, then I go back to the beach to run up the coast all the way past Santa Monica's Pier. Then all the way back here, run all the way back here to my gym, Ghost Gym in Venice, to get my workout in. So by 10:30, guys, I'm feeling amazing. My body is being flooded with endorphins, and that endorphin release gives me a sense of euphoria that I can then leverage to use my leverage to I can then leverage to move myself towards my goals and objectives, and as we're talking about today, towards my greatness. All right. So again, go to productivethroughjoy.com. See about us. So let's dive in. Point one, as we talk about this topic, is you want to have greatness as a goal, right? I find as a professor, you see at least among millennials. Millennials are hyper concerned about their image, and part of that process, that rationale is most people are that way, but for millennials, because of social media and the ways in which one can literally curate your own life through social media in the modern context, young people, millennials, are concerned about what other people think, likes, dislikes, haters, trollers, right? And so what you get from them is a desire to not stand out too much. Because when you stand out, you get attacked, right? So they don't talk much about greatness or ambition. That's kind of gauche, right, for them. And it reminds me how people, how mediocrity oftentimes attacks greatness, which is very, very true. That's been my experience, frankly. But even with all that, you still want to have a mindset of greatness, not in some ego-aggrandizing way, but just because greatness is that makes sense to be the absolute best you can be at something, to be great, which goes into point two. As you have greatness as a goal, you'll be more inclined to be able to achieve that particular goal because that's on your radar, right? And having your intention, setting an intention for greatness is, that's critical, which goes right into point three. When you have an intention to be great, when greatness is a desire and B, an intention, and then you have an actual plan, you're laying out a plan to get to that place, that's when your life begins to change. Because eventually, through faith and what I would call spiritual practice, meditating and yoga, things we help people to understand and tap into into that power, it's science. It's not if, it's just when, right? And that's got to be your mindset when I access greatness. And the secret is that you're already great. You're just waiting for that greatness to unfold in the public sphere, right? Boom, goes the dynamite. That's all for today's show. We air each weekday morning, hella early AF at 4:45 a.m. here on YouTube's Michael Datcher channel, then 4:45 p.m. On Facebook Live. Go to productivethroughjoy.com. See about us. We speak to groups, schools, and organizations about being productive through joy. Have me come out, speak to your group, school, organization. We have a very, very powerful program for individuals and for groups. We just love and respect you here. That's what we do when we do what we do. We will see you this afternoon at 4:45 p.m. Until then, let's talk about it and be about it. Doses.